All right, you guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good day. So listen, this is we're redoing in our series 1 through 11. We're redoing part 7. Okay, we're going to delete that. Matter of fact, we already did, and we're going to redo that because there's something you really need to know that we picked up on that we made a mistake on. We oopsed. And believe me, Tom already scalded me and smacked me with the ruler and got me back straight. Here's the reality. In resin, there is 1,000 things. There's a million things, okay? 8 years that we've been doing this. We still don't know everything. We're probably never going to know everything. When it comes to getting your piece from A to B, there's a process, and a lot of the times you can keep the same process getting it there. When it comes to the finishes, there is so many finishes, it's unreal. And every finish has a different way about doing that finish than a different finish. So for instance, we told you all, when we had our original video, part 7, we told you all to sand up to 4,000 grit, okay? And at that point, it wasn't a mistake on our end. We didn't really realize the last, 6, 7, 10 projects we've done, every finish we went to do was resin. So when you have a resin center, forget the wood right now, when you got a resin center and our finish, our top coat is going to be a tabletop resin, apple to apple. Okay, I know that makes sense. We're going to put a resin finish over this resin piece, so apple to apple. In our case, in part 7, we were going to do an oil finish. Now, that's banana to apple, okay, because oil and water, oil and red, they don't mix. In doing so, in making that video, we had been in such a consistent resin finish, we switched over to oil as a finish for you all to see and watch. And in doing so, we got our sanding completely twisted. So I want to apologize first off, because my number one goal here is to make sure not only you all understand, it's best that we understand. It's delivering the message, and it's okay if you mess up. It's okay if if you oops. It's a matter of what you do when you figure it out, and then you got to present that and just let everybody know, hey, I'm human, I made a mistake, now I'm here on camera correcting it for you, because I don't want other people to make that mistake. Because me and Tom, as you all know, we weren't exactly thrilled. We weren't happy with that finish, that top coat. It's because of that dark. That dark put that tint on there, and it kind of messed up what we had going. So, we didn't care to sand all this back out, and now we're going to do a resin finish. But back to the mistake. So we told you all to sand the top to 4,000 grit. And had we have been resin in this top, which we are now, that would have made perfect sense, because at 150 grit, you are opening the pores of this wood. When we went up as high as we did to 4,000, we probably had these pores clogged 90-95%. So because the finish at that point was going to be an oil, we should have stayed around 400 grit to allow the oil to go into it. Doesn't matter, we weren't happy with the tint. We caught the mistake on the wood side, so we want to correct that for you all. Now that we are going to finish this out with a seal coat and a flood coat, 4,000 grit is appropriate, and here's why. The higher up we go, like I just told you, in the grit, you're shrinking the pores and making them more closed. Now when we're done and we clean our top and we get ready to put a seal coat of tabletop resin on here, the wood is almost clogged up. So when the resin hits it, it is going to lay down a lot better because it's kind of already clogged. And at 400 grit, if we were to lay down a seal coat of tabletop resin, even though as thin as we're going to apply it, you would probably see little bumps and little things like that because the porous holes are much bigger than at 4,000. So I hope all this makes sense to you. We are going to finish this one out. This is going to be done, you know, in a, like I just told you, a tabletop resin, and we're going to do a flood coat over that. We're going to show you all that. It's not going to be part of that 1 through 11. This right here was just to put part 7 back to whole again, because we don't want anybody, you know, making a mistake because of us. So with that being said, we are going to start this sanding process here. We're going to start at 150, and we are going to work this all the way up to 4,000 because we are using resin as the finish coat. Okay. As for the video itself with the different parts, this should have been done to 400 grit, and then part 8, 9, 10, 11 would have all made sense. It would have all jived because at 400, it would have soaked in the oil, it would have done its job, you know, and all that stuff. So we really hope this helps you all out. And again, Tom's been on me something awful, but you know, all you can do is tell everybody, my bad, we made a mistake, but we got so much going on. This ain't going to be the first one. So till the next one, we'll see y'all back real soon.